Previously on Realms and Nerds, The Return of Ornon.
Joshamee is grabbing a book from the bookshelf.
So, Joshamee, the book that you have opened, you've quickly realized that from the beginning of the book onward, this is an entire recorded history of your life. Up until about 3/4 of the way through the book, there is a page that is currently writing.
Seebo and I are gonna work together and do strength checks on this thing to rip it down.
From up above, you hear kind of like a popping noise. So, Ryder, when you touch the orb, just as before, there's a bright kind of flash, and then you guys see whiteness. Joshamee, all of a sudden, you are in a grassy field all alone. As you get your bearings, you realize that this field is just on the outskirts of Wolfshold. So, Ryder, you are in the great city of Beacon. This is where you were the very first time that you had to do a job for the Blackwaters after being inducted into the guild. And as you are starting to get your bearings, suddenly Seebo appears next to you.
So this isn't going to be fun at all. I remember this. Come on, Seebo. Let's enter.
This warehouse is not open to the public, so if you could just turn around right now and get out of here, that would be great.
Randall, you have not been paying your...
Listen here, you little horned shit. Okay. Nobody owns me. You, as he swings his pipe at Ryder, you spin around and you stick this dagger right into his side, and he reels back with blood just gushing out of his side. And he actually is dead. Alright, so we're going to start with Rhomash and Míchael. You guys come to your senses, and you are in an area that both of you recognize. Well, actually, I can take that back, because Rhomash doesn't remember things. Míchael, you recognize this part. You are inside of the house that was your staging area before you robbed the Reach Trust.
Hey, Míchael, do you remember this place? Because I'm not getting any vibes.
Indeed. There's about to be a robbery. Can I do a perception check to see which moment in particular we would be at? See if I can remember, say, exactly the moment that we're at?
Okay.
That would be 22.
Damn.
Ooh, alright. So here's the interesting thing. With a 22, you know that this is not actually a moment that you experienced. It's the same house, and it appears to be the same time, but it doesn't feel right. You can tell that you actually have not lived this exact moment before.
So that's trippy.
Different.
It's different, not even in, like, necessarily a large, tangible way, like there's no elephant in the room, so to speak, but just small things, little details just seem out of place, and you can just tell that you have not been in this exact moment before.
Is there anybody that I can see in this room other than myself and Rhomash with that 22?
You are the only ones in this room right now.
Does it appear to be the same time of day?
Yeah, give or take.
Okay.
I mean, without going outside and doing a in-depth,
Because I remember we robbed it at night.
Right, yeah, it's still that kind of, later afternoon, like when you kind of started formulating the plan. So the room is, like I said, mostly like you remember it, but just slightly different.
Rhomash, I feel as though we are not in the same, shall we say, happenstance of the history of events that have already happened. Something feels different.
Okay. What? Like, are people supposed to be here or something? Or are we in, like a...
Yes. As a matter of fact, us, as well as our other companions, apart from the tiefling.
Interesting. Well, if they're not here, that begs the question, where are they? Let's check outside.
I'm with you for that, unless, of course, we can find a clue in this room as to where we are in particular. This does appear to be the same room that we were in, but at the same time, it does not.
So it's our memory, but it's not exactly how we remember it?
Perhaps it could be through the way that we remember our memories. They are often skewed by each person's individual perceptions.
Okay, let's do a little exploring then.
Rhomash is going to open the door to go outside. Or to the next room or wherever.
Okay, well, I mean, those are two wildly different things.
Well,
Are you going outside?
I forget if it's just a shack or if there's more than one.
No, it's a
room.
house.
Okay.
It is a house.
There was
but
like a fireplace.
It's been a little while.
Excuse me.
So.
Yeah.
It is a house, but the kind of main room that you guys staged in did have an external door. There are other rooms of the house you could go into, but there is an external door.
Okay, then Rhomash is gonna...
Originally, did we just portaled in and out?
Yeah, we just kind of
spent time in there.
We were only in the one.
Because we were in there, and then we got sent to the...
That's what's different! There's a door!
Technically speaking,
one room.
a couple of you used the door. A few of you got teleported somewhere else, but a few of you used the door. But yeah, so you guys are heading outside?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Gonna kind of test the bounds of what's around.
Okay. So as you head out, Míchael will go off of your knowledge. You're, a fairly observant person. And given the perception roll that you did before, I will say that as you come out here, if you take the road to the left, that will quickly lead you out of town and towards where the trust is. Or if you go right, you will go deeper into the city. So if you go right, there'll be more shops and
we can kill Jake
off
now.
things like that.
Does it appear that there are scorch marks on the buildings? Because I seem to distinctly remember a fiery unicorn going through them.
Oh, yeah. Fiery unicorn flying through the house.
No, this is decidedly before that. There was a lot of mayhem you guys wrecked on your way out, and that has not happened.
I mean, I was kind of trying to ask that back in the room if it was obvious of when we were, but I guess I got my question answered. Then...
And Rhomash does not have any of this information because he...
True.
So you can choose to share with him whatever you want, but he does not have any bearings at this point.
Yeah. At this point, Míchael thinks more information would be confusing to Rhomash rather than just trying to get him pointed in an objective.
Let's keep it simple. I like it. I like
kiss
it.
method.
The old kiss.
Keep it simple, stupid.
So where are you guys going?
What happened next, Míchael, after the house?
Míchael's feeling kind of bold. We're going to head further in town. I do believe that there are more of our, shall we say, friends and acquaintances further in town.
All
There
right.
might be some rather interesting events about to happen.
Okay. Following your lead, bud. I don't remember any of this.
Okay. With that, we're going to pause on that story. We're going to jump over to Joshamee. What's Joshamee doing?
So, Joshamee then, upon reading, he has now read what was in the book of his life up to the present, whatever it's ended up actually being called. The book of Joshamee's present, past and present. I don't know.
I just like the book of Joshamee. That sounds
The book of Joshamee.
The Book of Josh.
The Book of Josh.
Sounds like a really bad movie. So
It sounds like a parody of the Book of Mormon.
or the Book of Eli.
Low budget book.
Yeah,
of
so
Eli,
that's what I was
That's
thinking.
that's what I was
Picturing
thinking.
more Life of Brian, you know how it's just sad and depressing all the way through.
All right. Anyways, so what is Joshamee doing now that he has read this book?
Savior's a really naughty boy.
Please stop.
Anyways, so upon reading that, he ponders for a bit and decides to travel outside of town and find like I don't want to say a clearing, but like, I don't know, just like a nice place that he can be alone somewhere out in the forest for a little bit.
Okay.
So he can jack up.
Needs to get rid of some tension, I guess.
He needs some alone time.
All right.
Okay.
Joshamee, you head out of town a little bit into a clearing. I think this town is very close to the woods, so I think very quickly you get out into the trees and then into a clearing there.
All right, so he's gonna put the book back into his bag, and then he's gonna psych himself up. Okay, you can do this. It's easy. So, one of these ways has got to work. If not, then we might be in trouble, because I'm not very smart, so it might take me a while to figure out what to do if either one is not the case. All right. You do this. 1, 2, 3, and he slaps himself in the face.
The fuck?
All right.
You had to psych yourself up for that shit?
I think he's testing himself.
Roll an unarmed strike.
Against my own AC, correct?
Yeah.
And that's plus strength, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
4.
You're weak as
Okay.
shit.
Yeah,
He
you
really had to psych himself
you hit yourself. It has little effect.
You have to psych
Come
yourself
on.
up more than that.
You gotta do this. For the good of yourself. For the good of your sanity. For the good of those other schmucks you with. And he's gonna slap himself again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll again.
Alright, this time it's a 14, which I have a 16 AC
Okay.
with the helmet on.
Take the helmet off.
I know.
Okay, so
He's not thinking about that right now. There's too much on his mind.
you smack yourself again, and your vision blurs, and everything gets kind of wavy for a second. But then you just are like, that's pretty much it. You don't do any damage or anything.
Okay. So, while that seems promising, he wants to take a minute before he does that again. So he's going to now kind of. Oh, do I want to?
Come on, man. Pull out a dagger. Poke yourself.
Poke yourself, bud.
Poke yourself.
I mean, that actually wasn't an idea he had. But you know what? We're gonna go with that. We're gonna.
magic.
He's gonna take one of his daggers out, and he's gonna poke himself. I guess
Okay.
that sounds so bad.
Go ahead and stab yourself.
Fucking shit. 7. That's
He's
not
so
gonna
scared he missed.
Okay.
Being such a bitch about hurting
He
himself.
tries to stab himself, but he's scared, and so it just kind of
Yeah.
slides off to the side.
Okay, we're gonna go. I could slap myself again. That seemed to maybe be doing it, but no. You know what? We'll just do that.
Doing what?
So now he's gonna take the helmet off and put it in his pack, lowering his AC back down to 14, and then he's gonna slap himself again. That's a 19 versus himself, which is gonna hit.
Okay, you just absolutely haul off and smack yourself. Go ahead and roll damage on that.
Okay,
1d4.
1d4, yeah.
Do I? Is it just straight up and down, right? No, you're proficient. So that's 4.
Okay, so you take 4 points of damage. As you do, your vision clouds for a minute, and you see metal bars in front of your face. And then everything comes back into focus.
Like back into the clearing.
Yes.
Nah, fuck! Come on! All right, you know what? We're gonna try. We're gonna try the other method. So He's gonna see if maybe taking a nap is going to do what he wants. So,
Seriously?
Joshamee tries.
Okay.
so he's gonna, I guess, take a short rest.
Okay. Joshamee lays down for a nap. Now we'll go over to Ryder and Seebo. You guys can tell that something is not going right. In all of the previous times that you've been in these memories, as soon as you have completed sort of the main objective of what was going on, you snap back to that room.
Snap back
This-
to reality.
Whoop, the ghost gravity.
This has not been like that. You fled the scene of Seebo's murder, and
It's not his murder.
Hold on, what?
It's
Wait,
not-
whoa, what did we miss?
There's some content missing here.
I mean, he
I killed
committed the murder.
Seebo?
Yo, maybe Seebo's killing himself.
It was a murder of passion.
Because the only way to get out of hell is to go deeper in.
Mind freak! Mind freak! Are you ready?
So, anyways, you left. You went back to the Blackwater office building where you were initially sent from. You were told to go hide and lay low for a while since you guys just killed the dude.
Yeah.
And so now you've been sent out, and you are now on the streets of Beacon. What are you guys doing?
Were we supposed to, go home by now?
You know, I don't know. You tell me. This is your memory, remember? So
No,
just think it. So,
okay.
in your version, right? You went and confronted Mr. Fellow here, the guy that I stabbed accidentally.
Accidentally.
We're gonna forget- Anyways, so you didn't kill this guy. Instead, everything went off without a hitch. Yes.
Yeah.
And you came back. You got paid. And then what?
Seebo, it's been so long. I don't even remember. It's been years.
Come on, mate. Think.
I went home, and
Where were you living?
you don't. We gotta go to the bad side of town.
Okay, my favorite parts of town.
But just don't you think this is kind of like every other time? Like when we did your heist.
Yeah.
As soon as we got done with the heist, we disappeared back into nothing.
Right, but maybe I don't know. Maybe somehow there was a second part to your memory that you don't even remember. We have
Nothing interesting.
Pull every foot.
Nothing interesting happened after I was done. That was the main part.
Well, the glowy orb thing has to have a reason for sending us here, and there has to be a reason that we're still here. Maybe it's for us to learn something, or to torture us somehow. I mean, it's obviously torture.
Seebo, something fucky is happening with the magic around here.
What do you mean?
Can I do an Arcana check?
Yeah, go ahead and do an Arcana check.
Oh shit, that's a 6.
Good, oh, that's bad.
Okay.
Something's wonky with the magic, you say. Can Seebo try an Arcana check?
With a 6, you can tell that there's something going on, but you don't really have any more information on that.
Could I do a perception check on the people around me to see if anything weird is happening with them?
Yeah, you can do that.
Perception, that's a 19. Or should I have done it as an investigation check?
I think perception is fine, because you're not deep diving into anything, you're kind of just looking around to see if you can observe what people are doing. I think perception's fine for that.
Okay.
There are a lot of people around you. The streets of Beacon are always crowded. It's the biggest city on this entire continent. In fact, possibly in this entire world. So there are always people everywhere. But as you sort of start to hone in on people more closely, you realize that nobody is actually talking about anything. there is noise and there's bustle, but when you actually look at individual people, nobody is actually talking. They're not even making facial expressions.
Seebo, this is freaking me out. Okay, Seebo,
Yes.
look at the people.
I am. You said something was up, and I started looking around. Of course.
They're not talking.
No, listen. You can't hear. Nobody's. It doesn't sync up.
Seebo,
Yes.
I need you to stab me.
His solution.
I need you to stab me.
Okay. You want me to slit your throat, or just like
In the arm.
Are we looking for
In the arm.
lethal?
No, non-lethal. In the arm.
Non-lethal.
In the arm.
Can I do in the leg? How about the tail, dude? I've always wanted to stab a tiefling in its tail.
I like my tail.
Just
I'm very.
Come on.
The tail's a sensitive part. He tucks it around. He tucks it around his leg. The tail is a sensitive part.
The fuck?
Don't stab me in my tail. I like my tail.
Is your tail your kink or something? What the fuck?
No, the tail's very. Listen, he likes his tail. He likes his tail.
it's dear to him.
It's.
Is that actually one of your
Oh
traits?
my god.
It is now.
I know that like one of the bonds is that like they've embraced the fact that they are mostly humans, except for the fact that they have tails and horns.
He knows that he's kind of embraced the fact that people are gonna know that he's a shit. So he's a shit.
All right, fine, whatever. He's gonna roll the stabbing in the arm.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. And I'll let you roll with advantage, because you are trying to hurt somebody that's not resisting.
20.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, roll your damage.
2 damage.
Okay.
Oh, that hurt more than I thought it was going to. Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
All right, Ryder, as you take that damage, you actually, clutching your arm, you fall to your knees. And as you do, even though you're standing on a dirt road in Beacon, as your knees hit the ground, you feel the hard clang of metal as your knees connect with something solidly metal. And as you look around, you briefly see metal bars all around you, and then your vision clears and you are back in Beacon.
All right. Let me see if I can get something.
We are the fuck.
Sibo,
Yes.
put on your. Use your monocle.
Monocle.
Use the monocle.
Monocle.
Use the monocle.
Gonna use the monocle. Perception check. Yes.
Okay. Are you staying in this plane, or are you trying to, like...
He's looking everywhere.
Okay.
I don't know. That's gonna be a 27.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Seebo, as you look around with the monocle, you can see that this world has cracks to it. Everywhere you look, there are, like, breaks or facades. There's
Fissures.
There's things that are even, like, two-dimensional. As you look at, like, a hay bale, you realize that the hay bale does not actually exist. It's almost like a flat thing up against the wall that it's sitting next to.
What do you see?
I see an illusion.
Sibo,
No.
where's a crack? Do you see? What do you see in this? What do you?
It's like the world is... Everything's fake.
Is there a pressure point? Do you see
A pressure point. What are we talking about here?
someplace where there's cracking?
Crack. See, I was gonna like walk down the road towards the nearest. You said like crack or split in the world.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
kind of like reach for it.
All right. Ryder's gonna cast Eldritch Blast on it.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a 17.
Okay. You throw Eldritch Blast at this fissure, or where Seebo is pointed for you, and as you do so, it impacts, I think, like into this kind of wall, that Seebo was pointing at, and it explodes, just like normal, except you see, just for a minute, all of these fissures and cracks that he can see spread out all over the place. And you can also determine that they appear to be heading deeper into the city in a certain direction.
Okay, can I see what direction that is?
Yes, you can tell I'll just give you from that. You could see in that brief flash that they all are kind of headed down a certain road that goes kind of more towards, because you guys are in kind of like the harbor district right now, sort of near that. This heads kind of towards, into, I guess, the slums kind of the city.
Seebo, follow me.
Yeah.
I saw something. Did you see it?
The cracks. They're, I don't know.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So we start following the cracks to see where they go.
After we've been running for a little bit, Seebo's just gonna like tug on Ryder to like slow down or like pat him and come to a stop, and he's gonna be like, Could you just tell me? All right, you knew what you were looking for, and why did I stab you? Please, I'm in the dark still.
Where the memory is corrupted somehow, I think. When you stabbed me, I wanted to test something. I hit ground, and not regular ground. I hit metal. We're in a cage. We're.
So are you saying we're fucking locked up right now?
Someplace, yes. When we need to get out of here, we need to peel apart this illusion.
Oh shoot! This whole fucking thing has been fake, man.
Don't think about it.
Dude,
don't think about it.
Does he?
Don't think about it. Let's just go.
No. All right.
If you start thinking about it, then I'm gonna start thinking about it. And I just need to keep myself calm.
Malleopolis is one step ahead of us, isn't it? We've been dead this whole time.
We're not dead. We're not dead.
Good God.
We're not dead.
All right.
We're not dead.
All right.
Just come on.
Let's go.
So we start taking off.
And Seebo's gonna kind of guide since he can see him all the time.
Okay, you guys start taking off. Joshamee, I'm going to jump back to you briefly.
Okay.
You awoke from your nap with a start as you felt almost like heat burning into your back.
Oh! Wait. Green branch. Fuck! I'm still in this shitty fake world.
Do a perception check for me.
13.
Okay. You see the faint glow receding away of this sort of red fissure that is leading away from you towards Wolf's Hold. And even as you catch a glimpse of it, it just fades away.
Oh, you're not gonna get the best of me, you bastard. He's gonna get up and head towards that direction.
Okay. Rhomash and Míchael.
Yes, sir.
You guys have been walking through the city for a while. You turn a corner, and Míchael, you are somewhere that you remember again. You are right in front of the jailhouse.
Have we seen guards at all?
There's been a few of them. They appear to be uninterested in you.
As in, they cannot see us, or they choose not to take notice of us. There's a difference.
Okay, I guess roll an investigation check for that.
It's just basically just watching eye movement. Oh, that's a 21.
Okay. The guards that you have seen, they see that you are there, but they register no
Threat.
identification that you are there. Like, they look at you, but you almost get the sense that they're not looking at you.
Almost like we appear almost like a mist or a phantom to them.
Yeah. Something like that. So you have turned the corner, you were right in front of the jailhouse, and as you approach it, the door swings open, and out steps a tall, lanky figure dressed all in black with two guns, one on either hip, and
This is
and Jack has just exited the jail.
Míchael, he looks kind of like a dick. Do we know him?
I wouldn't say that we know him well. He seems to know a lot about one of our former members, though.
Former? Did he know the female dwarf?
No.
Was her name Brunhild something?
No, he didn't know her. He knew of our other deceased companion.
Did Joshamee die or something? I'm sorry,
We
it's not
should be
ringing a
so
bell.
lucky.
It's not ringing a bell there, but I mean, I know Ryder's alright, Seebo's fine. Wait, are we dead?
Rhomash, are you going through an existential crisis at the moment?
I think I might be, but we're gonna not worry
I'm
about
going
it.
to need you to dial back to whatever the fuck this is, because it doesn't seem to be reality.
As the two of you are arguing, you notice that Jack has stopped in the middle of the road, and he has turned to face you.
Oh, hi.
He looks at you, and he looks amused. And he says, "Oh, so you've escaped already." And with that, he draws both of his guns. And I need you guys to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm going to be trying to grab a hold of Rhomash and try to make a dash. Exit stage left, shall we say?
Okay.
I got a 17.
Natural 20.
Holy shit.
So y'all
Okay.
are just gonna do that Obi-Wan Qui-Gon move when the droidicas are there in episode 1.
Yes, you were both able to evade the hail of bullets that comes flying at you. And Míchael, you direct Rhomash into an alleyway, and I assume you were running from there?
Is there a reason we're running?
Well, I could leave you back there to be slaughtered, or you could...
Oh, come on, he's just one guy. How bad can it be?
I leave it to you, then.
Rhomash isn't going to test his luck. He's not. After
He's
the mind
stupid,
flayer thing,
but
he's
he's
not.
not
But he's
That's
gonna test the logic.
Yeah.
So Rhomash has decided that if Míchael is running away, it's probably a good idea to follow suit.
suit. Yeah.
All right, so the
Rhomash, this is not referred to as retreat. This is referred to as tactical reevaluation.
It's called running like a bitch, but hey, I mean...
Again,
each
you
to
are
his own.
more than welcome to try to take him on. I just see no advantage.
I figure you kind of remember this guy, so if you're running, I mean, maybe I should go too. You know, look out for keep an eye on your back, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, we are. I just assume we're
and he's
running
like
right now.
You guys are-
rooftop to rooftop.
you guys are talking in such even tones for people that are sprinting.
Well-conditioned warrior.
I'll give you that because you're an elf, but I feel like the Dragonborn would be huffing and puffing a little bit.
I don't know. I've lived in the wilds his whole life. Physical
Okay.
language, no stranger.
But still, okay.
Anyway.
So, so you guys are running, and you hear the tramp of footsteps behind you as a contingent of guards has given chase to you. But you leave them in the dust, and then you wind through and turn a corner, and then suddenly, Míchael, you realize that this is no longer Reach. You are in a back alley of Beacon.
Okay, at the moment that I notice this, I would like to look back and see if there's any sort of like doorway we walk through.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you don't even need to roll for that. You turn around and you see a street in Reach.
Okay. So we're more or less standing at the border.
Yeah, you've
Behind
jumped
us is
through.
Reach and in front of us is Beacon.
Correct. All right, let's go to Ryder and Seebo here.
Alright.
So you guys have been following these fissures that you've been able to see, and they have led you into kind of the slums area of Beacon.
Alright.
There is the primary markers of this area are there's a lot of slag refineries and stuff in here. this is, obviously, the beacon is this shining city, whatever, all the gold and whatnot, but there is some byproducts of mining gold out, and so there's a lot of refineries places where they're trying to get the last little remaining vestiges of gold out of the chipped away rock and all that kind of stuff. So it's a pretty dirty industrial looking area.
Gotcha. Do the fissures or these cracks that lead us to a specific place? Do they centralize somewhere, or we're still just kind of gonna keep following them until they seem to be leading somewhere?
Yeah. So once you get there, they kind of split off a little bit. There's two main veins of it that go off. One keeps going straight ahead, and one kind of splits off to the left.
Which one has a stronger stream, would you say?
Oh, so now it's a pissing contest.
Yep.
Oh, damn it. I fucking thought when I said main vein, that was gonna be what did it, but we got out of that clean.
No throbbing?
Stream.
My head's throbbing. Roll for stream intensity.
Alright.
Which one has the main vein?
The crit. Fail.
He's got a little trickle.
Don't cross the streams!
This one looks like it's the strongest.
That's an old reference.
Seebo, that's the way we came.
Alright, turn around. I can't pay when you're staring at me.
I have performance issues.
I never
They have a pill for that.
problem performing.
Seebo, you are so intently looking at this this fissure as you're walking that you actually smack into a wall and then fall over, sprawled in front of, kind of right in the center of the road.
Are you okay, Seebo?
What did I just hit, mate?
Which is interesting, because exactly where you fall is right in front of Rhomash and Míchael.
Dear God!
What the fuck? Hey, where'd you two come from?
Well, we just had some fun.
How can I trust you? You need to cut. You guys have to cut yourselves too, right, Ryder?
Wait, what? You've been cutting yourself? Should I be concerned?
Hey, no. Look at them with your monocle.
Seebo is going to just stare right into Míchael's soul.
Okay, do an investigation check.
Please get a critical fail.
14.
It's pretty black, but it's Míchael.
Rip.
What about the Dragon Boy
and
now?
Dragon Boy?
Okay.
Surprised he didn't come back screaming.
I can't feel you, Ryder.
19.
Surprisingly airy, but also him.
I think that the dragon skeleton is really, it's really not, I don't know, people don't value it. And I think it has to do with being, loosely related to a bird, but you seem hollow, man.
I don't know whether to be insulted by this or not.
But also sturdy. There's scales.
You know what? They're good. They're good. Let's go.
Ryder, should I be worried about him? Do we need to take sharp objects away from him?
No, we
You're
just...
not taking my daggers away from me.
Sit down.
How long has he been stabbing people?
Hold on. We need to have a cow out real quick. I need to tell you something.
Where the fuck have you people been?
This place isn't real.
Well, that makes sense. We just came from some desert place. I don't really remember the name of it. We were being chased by this tall, lanky douchebag in black with some little pea shooter thingies. I don't even know what the fuck they were. They were
Allow the one with the memory intact to relay. Yes, we were back at the heist in Reach.
All right.
Ever memory. Oh yeah, the tiefling's not gonna know about this.
No, but we need to... There are cracks in this reality. If we follow them and find where they...
Is that what you were doing?
Yes.
Well, let's get jiggy.
Let's do that.
All right, since we picked you back up, can you roll another perception check?
Hang on a minute, actually, on that. We're gonna go back over to Joshamee. Joshamee, what are you doing?
He's been following the What was it?
Yellow brick road.
Yeah, the red fissure, the direction that he saw it.
Okay.
And he's been keeping an eye out for others.
Okay, do a perception check for me.
14.
Okay. Every once in a while, you're catching a brief glimpse of these fissures, and they're leading you more or less down the main road through Wolf's Hold.
Okay.
So you follow them for a while. You pass O'Toole's pub, and I'm assuming you don't stop for a drink.
No, he's on a mission now.
Okay. So Joshamee has been heading deeper into Wolf's Hold at this point. Okay. So, we're jumping back to the rest of the party here. You want to do a perception check, or?
Yeah, Seebo wants to use his monocle
Figure
again,
out
right?
which crack is more powerful.
The one in your monocle now that you ran into a wall.
I can see this.
He's got a cracked monocle now.
Right? Because he's not, using it to go to a different dimension.
He always has it on.
Right.
Because it hurts when he
attached to
takes
my
it off.
face.
Well, it's not
Right.
attached. It's kind of attached, but it's not. It hurts
kind
when you
of
take it
I
off.
thought it was he couldn't see right when it's off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it hurts him when it takes off.
And it kind of just zoom.
It hurts him, and he can't really see out of that eye with that.
That's
on.
what you get for gun man.
Today.
29.
Holy
Fucking shit. Oh, so you have a plus 12 modifier on perception shit.
That's my fault. I made him a broken character.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
no.
That's like a combination of you and the class's fault.
Yeah, I
The
know.
class, a feat,
Mhm.
and a little bit of Harrison.
With a 29, you can see that this leads, I'll even give you this. This leads far off down a road, and you can see off in the distance that it dead ends at a large bell tower.
Alright. Mates, do you see that, that tower down there, the bell?
Sure, what about it?
Don't
where
quote
we're
me,
going?
but I think that's where we need to go.
Well then,
Let's go, gents.
you lead the way there, short stack.
Well, alright.
See no need for delay.
Alright, so you
Also,
follow.
don't look at anybody, guys, it'll
It's-
creep you out.
It's super creepy. It's super freaky. Don't look at anybody.
Will they look at you as if you are ethereal?
They
Ethereal.
maybe.
Oh.
That
just
answers
go.
my question sufficiently.
There we go.
Okay, so you,
Blue Skidoo. We can too.
So, you guys continue walking, and after a little ways, you come out into a square that this clock tower is in the center of. And as you enter the square, you realize that this clock tower is not in Beacon. This is actually the clock tower in Wolf's Hold. And as you enter this square here, you see Joshamee coming from the other side of the square.
Hey everybody, RJ here. I hope you're enjoying this episode of Realms and Nerds. If you are, and you haven't already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications for the show to know when new episodes are released. Also, maybe share the show with someone else that you think would enjoy it. It's one of, if not the best, ways to help our podcast continue to grow. It's available on pretty much every platform out there, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Amazon Music, Pandora, iHeartRadio. Thank you so much to our friend Kyle for composing the melody of our main theme. And of course, thank you to every single one of you for listening to our podcast.
Nobody say anything.
Nobody say anything.
Don't see him.
Alright, he's going around the clock tower now.
Is he running circles around it? What the fuck is he doing?
No, he hadn't gotten
He's
to it
getting
yet.
his morning
He's a
song.
dwarf.
He has little legs.
He's a tall dwarf, but he's a dwarf. Dun, 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 dun. He's now past the clock tower and he's almost out of the square. Dun, dun,
What the fuck is he doing?
dun, 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 dun.
What, is he making his own sound effects?
I like it.
Alright, Seebo would like to teleport right in front of Joshamee.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun. Ah!
Hello.
Hey, no, you're not real.
I
And he
am real.
punches him in the face.
Okay. Roll an unarmed strike.
Do 13.
16.
So
All right. I'm gonna use.
it doesn't do any damage.
I'm gonna use command on him.
Wait, hang on. Well, hang on a
Wait a
second.
minute.
Oh,
Hold up.
the what?
What?
Hold up a second.
You're doing. Oh.
I'm gonna cast
wait,
command
no.
on him.
Joshamee.
That hurt. That hit you. You're real?
Yes.
How did you get into my nightmare fake place?
Hold on, you
Well.
didn't hit him.
Well, so Ryder and I started off in, where were we now? We were in,
The burial mound?
We met you in Beacon.
we were
Oh.
in Beacon, and then,
Oh, ugly tall
and then
guy.
Míchael and Rhomash, they just came out of
We
nowhere.
were-
Apparently, they
You know what?
couldn't reach, and then
You know what? We can explain this when we're out of here. Where do the cracks meet up?
the clock tower.
Like, where? Where on the clock tower? Can you see it?
I don't know. Count.
Okay, listen. All y'all, shut up for once in your fucking lives.
Silence the dwarf.
No, this is important. Shut up. And he's gonna pull the book out of his bag. All right, listen. So I found out what happened because I got this great book about my life that tells me everything. All right.
What does it tell you of failure?
Oh my god, shut up and listen. Okay. So when we went back up through the dark place hall thing into the room, we passed out. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Squid Dude took two of you and dragged you away. And then he came back and dragged two.
Wait, Squid Dude.
Squid
Who the
Dude.
fuck is Squid?
I don't know, it just says about a Squid Dude.
Oh my. Are you talking? Okay.
Word for word. Figure in long flowing robes with an octopus-like head and 4 tentacles appears and drags 2 companions away.
This is a good story.
We're. Oh no.
And then he came back, grabbed 2 more fucks, took them away, and then he dragged me, put away in a cage. I'm betting you're all in cages. We're all in cages. We're monkeys in cages.
Guys.
We gotta get out of this place.
Guys,
This is fake.
we're
We're stuck in cages.
We're fucked.
You're fucked.
We're fucked.
You're fucked.
Oh,
I'm getting out of here. Punch me in the
Ryder, Would you
face.
care to just explain
Dude.
instead of just saying we're fucked?
Rhomash is gonna punch Joshamee as hard as he fucking can in the face.
Do I have to
Wait,
roll?
what?
Do I have to roll
I told
to
him
know
punch me in the
what
face.
these are, or because he's been in the
Well, if
been in the
it's what
9
I
hells
think
for
it
so
is-
long? Then
Hey, buddy, if it's what you think it is that I think it is, I know exactly what the
Yeah,
fuck it is in my fucking
Go
brain.
ahead and do a I don't know, like a just like
Insight?
do, like, insight, yeah.
Can Rhomash do the same, actually? Holy fuck!
okay. These are fucking mind flayers. They like to eat brains, and they are really fucking with us hard.
Guess what?
We need to
know
get
what-
out of here.
We know what
We
they
need
are.
to get out of
Guess
here.
what?
They
I already
got
know.
Mr. Scrambled Egg brains.
What do you
over
think
there
happened to
already.
my fucking brain?
That's why I said we gotta get out of here. Now punch me in the face every time I
I was
hit
gonna
myself.
start walking over
I
towards
fucking
the
saw-
clock
No,
tower
no,
away from all the
no.
toys.
That we don't need to do that anymore. There's a crack in reality here, and we need to break it so that this place.
Show me this crack and I'll rip
Ugh.
the fuck open so I can eat
That
this
sounds
myself.
Sibo, would you mind being
Already doing it.
okay?
Okay, so the cracks seem to spiral up towards the top of the clock tower.
To the top.
You
There we
wouldn't
go.
you wouldn't happen to have a bird, would you?
I don't own a fucking bird.
No, like
And
have a
you-
bird.
Pet bird.
Have like a bird
you
form?
can get inside this clock tower.
More or less inside Ramash's codex, shall we say.
His Kodak. He's seen bears. That's all he's seen in terms
Ramash
of
doesn't do
animals.
much looking up at the sky.
He's not. His head ain't in the clouds.
No, I haven't seen those.
What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
Teleport to the top of the
What do you
tower.
mean? I forget
Using
your
his third
opinion.
teleport
I don't
for
know.
What he believes is a day. I don't know.
Rhomash is going to try and enter the clock tower.
Okay, you want to try and teleport to the top of the clock tower?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and do that.
All this. Just do it.
So, Seebo teleports to the top of the clock tower, and he disappears from your sight.
God damn it.
Rhomash is going to run in the clock tower.
He
and
did
try
this
to
last
go to
time.
the top as
Somebody.
fast as he can.
Why doesn't he ever invite anybody along so we don't have to run up this stupid thing?
I cast Misty Step and wait.
You fucking cheater.
How tall is the clock tower?
It's probably about 40 feet.
God damn
Oh
it.
yeah,
I wish I
Misty Step.
At one point before he lost his memory, he could turn into a raven. Can't do that. I lost all my animals when I lost my mind. So.
You said 40?
Yeah, about 40 feet.
I take a running jump in reach like I'm trying to dunk a basketball. And then I cast Misty Step. To grab the top edge of the clock tower.
Okay. As you do so, you hit the top of the clock tower, and a hand reaches seemingly out of nowhere and grabs your hand, and grasping it tightly, hauls you up and into nothingness.
Well, now there's 3. This is literally what happened last time, and then we ended up in this shit. What are we doing? Alright, we gotta do this as a unit.
Rhomash is
As a
already
team.
running, dude. I already said Rhomash is running for it.
We gotta do this as a duo. As a 2-man squad. You with me, Tailboy?
Well, let's do this.
Alright, I guess we gotta run, because I ain't got no fucking magic to fly or shit. I could climb fast, but
Break
that's
the
not
fourth
gonna
wall.
help here.
I'll break the fourth wall onto the top of this.
He's gonna pull, just turns the page.
Alright, DM.
Top tower. Alright, so I guess those Joshamee and Ryder join in running up to the top of the tower.
Okay, so the 3 of you go up to the top of the tower. Okay, so you get up there. You can all feel a tangible magical energy, but there does not appear to be any way out of where you're at.
Fuck.
Wait, like we're at the top now, but we're like there and can feel
On
shit.
the inside, or
You're at the top, you're feeling sort of a magical energy, but you don't see anywhere to go from here.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Rhomash
Where did
grabs
they?
Joshamee and throws him off the edge of the tower.
Okay, do a strength contest.
Why are you... No. I'm going to...
Intercede with a third strength check.
That's 5.
That's a 6.
Okay. Rhomash, you throw Joshamee off the top of the tower. He goes plummeting towards the ground and passes right through the ground.
Well, that decides it. Rhomash jumps off the tower.
You jumped too far.
Rhomash also
Swan
passes
dive.
through the ground.
Ryder looks at the ground, and then he backs off towards the ledge, and he goes, "Welp," and he falls down backwards.
Ryder dies. no, I'm just kidding.
His tail got snagged on the tower.
I'm just kidding. Ryder also passes through the ground. And suddenly, you have all awoken, and you are in a large metal cage.
Do we have our
I
equipment and
told
stuff, or-
you.
Yes, you still have your stuff with you.
Seebo is on the lock.
Out of the way,
I'd
ugly.
like to do a perception check of where this cage is, per se.
Okay, go ahead.
That's a unnatural 20.
Okay, so the cage that you are in is suspended about 10 feet off the ground by several large metal chains. The chamber is dimly lit by a few torches that are scattered about closer to ground level, and you can't really see anything else in this room other than that on one end of the chamber there is a exit, some kind of a hallway that leaves the area.
Alright. Now we gotta break out of this cage.
How high up the ground are we?
10 feet.
About 10 feet.
Is there a lock on this
Can't
cage?
you just fucking teleport? Can't you just teleport or something?
Still gotta pick the lock at some point.
Oh, 20.
There is not a lock on this cage that you can see.
How big are the bars? And how far away how big of a gap are they? People pretty tiny.
The bars are, each bar is several inches thick, and the gap in between them is only a few inches, not enough to get through.
Thick ass cage.
Alright, where's the lock? We gotta pick the lock, jump out. That's the only solution.
There is no lock.
What?
Joshamee.
It's a cage. There's
Joshamee,
gotta
look
be.
around.
Oh my
Do
god.
what I just did. Do what I just did. Just because I already did it, because I'm better. But just do what I already did and look around.
Listen, I was just gloating in the fact that I was right and y'all were wrong. Okay? Now I've looked around and there's no locks.
Yeah. So, anybody else have a file or just me?
Wait, a sword.
You have a
That's
file
pretty
in.
much good.
There's a file in your thief's kit.
Okay, yeah, the set of thieves' tools.
Yeah.
Did you
Of course I got one.
Did you already check to see that the bonds were not enchanted?
Can I do an Arcana check on
Or
the cage?
cages?
We're all in one cage, right?
Yes, you were all in the same cage. And yes, you can do an Arcana check.
Natural 20.
Okay. Yeah, the bars... okay, I'll say, actually, every part of this cage has some kind of an unbreaking spell on it.
Shit. Okay, guys, this...
Seebo, put your file away unless you want to ruin it.
How do you know this? You didn't do the Arcana check.
Let's try this again. Guys, don't even bother. I just did a check on this place. It's built to be unbreakable. There are spells on this thing. Your tools are not gonna just be useless. Don't even bother. You'll just waste them.
Does anybody know Abyssal?
I'm sorry, what?
Wait a minute.
The fuck? It's a language. People like that don't speak it. Now,
Seebo tried to contact Tommy.
Okay.
Ryder's just playing his guitar. He's playing his lute.
So in his head, he's going to try and, same as he's done before, just kind of focus on trying to contact him.
Trying to get a hold of old Tom Latutu, huh?
Yep.
Okay. So Seebo sits and concentrates, and after a few minutes of meditation, you hear
Seebo! Hey, Seebo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's like some kind of static coming in.
What's going on?
Well, it's a long time to explain, but do you know perhaps a dwarfen fellow? He roams around the hells and the overworld. He goes by the name of Roland. Teleporting bastard.
Oh yeah, for sure. Everybody knows Roland.
Oh, good. Do you think that you could somehow contact him for me?
Oh yeah, no problem.
See, we're currently in a mind flayer's nest, and I think we're about to all die. I was wondering if he could teleport us out of here.
Oh yeah, I mean, probably. You probably should just wait for him. Stay put. Don't do anything.
Okay. But you're gonna definitely contact him, right, Tommy?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll get a hold of him. Just hold tight.
All right. Thanks, mate. Hanging tight.
Hey,
Woohoo!
Seebo?
Seebo, you can do the thingy with your glass thingy that you stole from me. But you can...
Yeah. Seebo's gonna try.
Okay, where are you trying to go to?
Teleport out of the cage.
Like, to the ground,
Yeah,
or
yeah, I guess.
just into the air off the cage, or?
Yeah, I mean, he has to look at something to the ground.
Okay. I mean, technically looking at a fixed point in the air is looking at something. But, okay. So you teleport to the ground, and there doesn't appear to be anything that happens.
Great. You're on. Find the lever, whatever, that brings the cage to the ground.
Guys, could I just... He's now that he's down and everyone has their eyes on him, Seebo's gonna be like, guys, could I just talk to y'all for just a moment?
Oh my god,
Seebo,
no.
I would rather die, but I am already in hell.
Alright, listen.
Just let him speak.
So I've been talking to this guy, Tommy Latutu. He apparently is my great great granddaddy, and
Wouldn't that make him super dead?
Yeah, we're in hell. Of course, he's dead.
Anyways,
that makes sense.
So, anyways, he's been popping into my head, and I just talked to him a moment ago, and he said that he could definitely send Roland to come help us out.
Why didn't you start with this?
So I was just before we go.
Am I the only one who finds this strange that he's talking to people inside of his head?
No, that's literally what I've been thinking about. I haven't heard anything he said since. I've been thinking about that and thinking about why he isn't looking for a fucking lever to bring the cage down.
All right, you can keep talking. I'm just...
It's a power play.
Well, all I'm saying is that, if we stay put, the Mind Flayers are less likely to realise that we've snapped out of their illusion. However, if we go about breaking out, not only will we be leaving our current position where Roland may or may not be able to find us, but I believe that he'll be able to find us here. Then, coming down, the Mind Flayers are going to know, and they're going to want to eat our brains.
Your lack of confidence in our abilities wounds me.
I personally think that we should wait for the dwarf. We're kind of in a bad place right now, as it is.
Well, if your plan is to make it seem like we haven't woken up or anything,
wait a minute, isn't the whole reason we got into this mess in the first place is because we didn't wait when Roland said to wait?
Oh, look who's finally realizing it. Look, guess who waited? Me. Guess who's been in the least amount of shit? Me.
And how long
you
did you
say
wait?
the least amount of shit, but you're in the same cage.
And how long did you wait exactly?
Until they all entrapped us?
A week.
It was
we can't sit here for a week.
We haven't
Wait
even
us.
been here a week.
I waited in his little cubby hole existence playing thing for like a week. I was playing
we all face
Jackson
death.
shit.
Question. Where were you going to the bathroom?
You don't need to worry about that.
You can stay over there.
I'm not gonna go to the bathroom now. I haven't eaten in like a week. I haven't eaten since before we got to hell. I'm pretty parsed out. Shit
you look
and
a little
piss.
thin for a dwarf, I guess.
That's because I'm fit. Thank you for noticing.
Your skin's kind of loose.
Oh yeah.
A little gone.
So is he gonna pull the lever? Are we waiting for? Or are we waiting for my friend?
What fucking lever?
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
There might be a. How did they get the cage up here? That's all I'm saying.
So, Seebo, what are you doing?
They're mind flares. Use your imagination.
They certainly do.
Yeah.
All right, fine. You know what? We are a party, and whether or not we like it, we're all in this together. So let's take a vote. Who says we stay? Seebo puts his hand up.
I mean, I don't care what we do. We just gotta do one or the other.
I'm all for not being in a fucking cage.
Agreed.
I guess, is there any tangible thing that could lower the cage? That's the main point, because if there's nothing you can do to lower the cage, then obviously we wait for the dwarf.
26. Is there a lever? Oh, wait. Sorry. Not 26. 16.
You do not see anything in this room that would indicate a way to lower the cage.
Guys, I don't say anything.
Alright, then back to the cage you go and we wait for the dwarf.
Alright. We're all in agreement, so I mean, I don't want to twist anybody's arm.
Well, then get back in here.
Hold on, I guess important thing. If you teleport here, do you have like a capacity of teleports? Can you only do it for like a few times?
I don't really know.
Okay, so far that, as far as you know, no. So then come to the cage, and then if he doesn't come soon, then you can teleport and we'll look again.
If we're in here for more than a day, we're figuring
How do we
out.
know how long a day is? There's nothing here.
Well,
how did you know you were
start
for
counting
a week
now?
in the-
Didn't I give you a number of teleports you could do?
Yeah, but Seebo doesn't know it.
Okay.
I've tried to keep you informed.
I guess that's true.
But
Okay.
Seebo has no idea how many.
Okay.
teleports
I
he
just
can
wanted
do.
to make sure, because I was like, I'm pretty sure we did establish
Yeah.
that. So out
I
of
thought
character,
there was a set number.
out of character, I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I was
that
pretty
was,
sure there was.
Okay,
But
we're good. Continue.
Per long rest.
keep it in the fiction, yeah.
So Seebo's gonna teleport back into the cage.
Okay, you're back in the cage now.
Guys, should we play dead or something to make the mind flayers think we're
I don't know how we voted on giving up the only advantage that we had.
We didn't really vote.
I guess we got outvoted, but we can't exactly teleport out there. We can't. It's not like we can force him to teleport out there or anything. So
here's the big thing. Here's the big problem. None of us know what we did when we were in the fake worlds. Were we just kind of like, or did we like say the things we were saying in there, but we just couldn't hear each other?
Wait a minute. Míchael, didn't you teleport up to the top of the tower?
Well, I used a spell.
Can't you do that again?
I was about to, but I was observing.
You are a complicated man.
You were all experimenting so efficiently. I thought it was wonderful to notice just how many consequences arose out of your actions.
I don't really
I don't know how good that is when we're in life and death
saying.
situations, but yeah, no.
So are we staying here or are we doing something?
We're staying here for now.
If I'm just chilling, would like to try Misty Step to get out of the cage. However, it only surrounds you in an aura. Teleports you.
Okay. Yeah. Míchael, you
surrounded by a silvery mist.
Yeah.
Use Misty Step, and you are now on the ground outside the cage.
Didn't we just come to a consensus to wait for the dwarf?
Not exactly. You three voted, and we voted against you. And since he has to get out,
I don't care.
Fuck you.
I don't care. I'm just going to go in the corner and play fucking marbles again.
And
what do you think I did for a week?
I cannot use this spell to now get back in the cage.
You've used spell slots?
Both second spell slots.
Yeah.
Which is why I was waiting.
Okay, so you're now out. What are you doing?
I'm going to continue searching the room where Seebo left off. I would like to use the Divine Sense to see if I can see if there's a stink, more or less, coming from a certain direction.
Stink everywhere.
Stink everywhere, sure. But stinks the most in a certain direction.
Where's the strongest?
Okay, yeah.
Gotten used to the smell of garbage. Now tell me, where's the excrement?
Oh, God.
So you don't have to roll for that, right? You just do that one, correct?
Yeah.
And then that one tells you...
Remind
me, that tells you...
presences of evil within 60 feet.
Right.
No, it's only anything evil up.
Does that tell you
fiends,
type?
Undead.
Or does it just tell you it's evil?
Yes. Type? It does tell me type.
So it tells you fiends...
Doesn't it have to be within eyesight, too?
No.
Yes, if it is entirely obscured from sight, I can't detect it. But if it's only partially obscured, I can still sense it.
Okay.
The presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears. Just to let you know, you can sense good. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You know the type, celestial, fiend, or undead, of any being whose presence you sense, but not its identity. The vampire Count Strahd von Zarovich, for instance. Within the same radius, you also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, as with the Hallow spell.
So that would be like land blessed by the church, or
Good land
a grave that has been destroyed.
Yes.
Or a fucking pentagram on the wall.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is where the fun begins.
Well, hello there.
You better hope the mind flayer doesn't walk in while you're out there by yourself.
Okay, so you sense a couple things with this smell. Down the hallway, away from this room that you're in, is where everything is coming from. You can sense that farther down and then also somewhere above you, there is a smell coming. And then on the wall of the hallway, your sense draws you to this symbol.
Fumigously, or?
Yes, it has some kind of evil to it.
I would like to do a perception check to see if it's more of a binding, or I guess would that be Arcana? To see if it's more of a binding magic, or...
Yes. Okay. Be an Arcana check.
It's an 11.
Okay. You can tell that there is no binding spell to this, but it has some kind of a desecration to it.
Something vile was committed here.
Don't look at me.
Does it in any way match any other symbol in the room? Does that include a perception check?
Yeah, go ahead and do a perception check.
That's 21.
Okay. That is the only symbol that you see anywhere. It's just this one that's on the hallway here.
Does it appear to be carved or painted in place?
This one actually is kind of both. This particular symbol has been painted with, as best you can tell, some kind of acidic blood.
Great. Xenomorphs.
With your divine sense, could I sense any other presences of evil other than what was drawing my attention the most? Obviously, the symbol.
Yes, there was also more. You could smell more of a smell that was coming from somewhere farther down and also kind of above you. And I should clarify, that's the same smell. Like, you can tell that this smell is kind of
similar to the one of the symbol that I have.
It's a different kind of a smell, but it is coming basically down and in, if that makes sense.
So then, does it smell of the same scent of blood?
No, it's a different kind of a smell.
Míchael wordlessly continues down the passage.
Okay. As all your companions are left in confusion.
We're just kind of watching as he slowly walks down.
Watching nothing. Joshamee's playing marbles.
Okay.
Oh, he's playing with his marbles.
No, he's playing marbles with his ball bearings.
Ryder's strumming his guitar, playing Wonderwall.
I mean, there's no levers.
I feel like Wonderwall is very inappropriate for this.
What you could probably do is either something with the symbol or
try to destroy the symbol
or whatever.
I was thinking maybe Ryder be doing something like a dun 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 dun. But that's just me.
Set the mood, Ryder.
Anyways, so Míchael, you continue further down this hallway, and it then opens up into another large chamber. Go ahead and do a perception check for this chamber.
It's 18.
Okay. In this chamber, you see in the center there is a spiral staircase that leads up to another room above, which you cannot discern. However, you can tell that the smell that you were smelling is coming from wherever that staircase leads to. Also in this room, there are several different workbenches. One of them has kind of an arrangement of different beakers and glass bottles that have various liquids inside of them.
Do any appear to be blood?
None of them appear to be blood, at least in the way that you would understand what blood looks like. You do not recognize any of these substances just off of your initial check here. There's a small corner that has a few kind of bookshelves next to each other that are stacked with a couple of leather-bound tomes. And there's a table that has a large piece of parchment on it with some writing and drawings on it.
Giving one last sniff towards the upstairs, making sure that nothing's approaching me, I approach the bench that has the scroll rolled out that looks like it's currently being written on.
Okay, so you look at it, and it is, as you kind of examine it for a little bit, actually, do an investigation check for this scroll here.
It's 18.
Okay. You were able to tell that this scroll, as near as you can tell, is the reality that you just exited from, you can see that there is this drawing of this construction that kind of smashed together parts of Wolf's Hold, Beacon, and Reach kind of all into the same general area. And it, like, reaches, in the area that it was drawn, it reaches right to the edge of the parchment, almost as if in their design they were trying to just really cram as much as they could into this area. There's also a bunch of writing about something. However, you cannot read it. It is in a text that is inscrutable to you. It doesn't even appear to be real symbols. It's kind of all these raised areas, similar to Braille, but kind of in a weird sort of shifting sort of line pattern. There seems to be 4 lines all grouped together, kind of in these rows going down. You can tell just based on the organization of how the lines are structured that it probably is some kind of writing, but you have absolutely no idea what this would even say.
So it's not written in a language I can read?
Not at all.
So it's not written in Elvish, Common, Draconic, or Infernal?
No. You didn't even need to read me the list. I know this is no language that you can read.
Okay. Clarifying for those.
He just wants to boast how knowledgeable.
He's trying to
he is.
flex. I get it.
Yeah, just
No, there's a lot of languages.
But anyway, so what's your plan there, Drow?
And there doesn't appear to be a mechanism in this room for releasing the cage.
Well, you only looked at one table.
I mean, I did a perception check when I entered the room, but...
Okay, yeah, there's no levers on the wall or anything.
Okay. Other than the staircase to the upstairs.
Correct.
Alright. I can't discern anything else from the scroll. There doesn't appear to be a way to get my companions out of the cage. Hey. I'm just gonna approach the staircase.
Hey, Míchael. Míchael.
Yes, dwarf?
Dwarf. You fucking calling a dwarf, mate?
Oh, sorry.
Hey, where you going?
Gnome.
I'm confused.
Joshamee?
Aren't we down a hallway?
Yeah,
from
you
here?
can't see him.
I thought you said it was at the end of the hallway.
Yeah, but he's like in another room. You can't see him from where you are.
Oh, but I thought
Unless you're casting your voice or something.
he was at the end of the hallway.
Hey, Joshamee.
We'd be able to see down there.
No.
Excuse me, Joshamee. Is there anything in that book about how we escape from here? Or are we kind of screwed?
Listen, this book talks about the past and up to the very present, as in down to the second. It does not go further.
Wait, if it's up to the present, can't we watch what Míchael's doing?
It only
Maybe.
talks about you, doesn't it?
It's the story of my life, because I'm important.
Oh, great.
Anyways,
So it's a waste of a book.
but you know, I has an idea.
Don't hurt yourself.
Do you need a pen?
Yes, does anybody have a writing utensil? I do not happen to carry any of those with me, for I generally don't need them in my line of work.
Can I just toss him a pen? Or a pencil? Or a piece of chalk?
I mean,
or
you're
something?
in the same thing as him, so
Yeah,
if you have anything, you give it to him.
I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, I toss him a piece of charcoal.
Okay. So, are you opening the book then, Joshamee?
Yeah, he opens the book to, I guess, the last page that it's written on.
Okay.
First, he's gonna see what it's been. Oh, hello. It's ready.
What does it say, Joshamee? Anything interesting?
Joshamee's companion makes a terrible mistake, missing the key on the workbench and instead heading to the stairs.
Oh, crap.
What does that... Who did...
Wait, Seebo, can you teleport out of here and go fix this problem?
Or like something faster?
Wait, what? What are you guys talking about? He
Okay,
just read...
my book. It says, Joshamee's companion
Yeah,
makes a
yeah,
terrible mistake.
Fine. I go save the fucking... the drow that wants to kill me.
Okay, do that then.
Okay, I will. Seebo does it.
want to kill you?
So are you teleporting out then?
This is odd.
Okay. So you teleport out, and it gets you just a little ways down the hallway, and you can see Míchael has just put his first foot onto the staircase going up.
Míchael, wait!
What say you?
Turn around. Look at the workbench.
I just did.
Nah, just look a little closer.
I just did.
Seebo's gonna walk over, pick up a key on a workbench.
Okay,
What
good.
of it?
Do a perception check of the workbench.
Good job.
You can't even see the stuff on the bed.
Okay. You see nothing on the table.
Look, that stupid book that Joshamee has says everything that happens. And it said that you made a mistake and you missed a key.
I missed a key.
Yeah, key on the workbench.
Well, then, let's go check the workbench.
I love how our lives are in their hands.
Okay, so you walk over to this bench that has all the different vials and things on it.
While they're doing
This is
that,
some neat looking stuff.
can back at the cage, can Joshamee's going to think about what to write that'll. He's going to consider writing something to change.
And roll it appear.
Okay, so you're thinking about writing something. Okay.
Well, he's thinking about how to put it to words.
Okay.
And he's like, "Oh, I got it."
Be like
So-
a Death Note. Like,
Joshamee's going to scroll down.
And I take a chip.
The drow finds the key.
Okay.
Do we just Deus Ex Machina our way out of this jitter?
It's too much power for one dwarf.
Míchael, roll a investigation check.
19.
Oh, shit.
Okay. On this table, resting between a few of the vials, you find a metal object. The whole thing is about 6 inches across, and it is in the shape of the symbol that you saw carved on the wall.
That's a weird looking piece of metal.
Yeah. Do you expect a key to look like something familiar?
I mean, I guess typically keys are like, metal prongs with...
Made to turn tumblers in a cylinder.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I know at least.
Yes. That's because you understand a key is something to be picked. Well, a lock is something to be picked, rather than something to be turned.
Yeah, sure. So, do you know what to do with that thingamajig or no? Because I sure as hell don't.
Well, the only way's to try.
My favorite motto of life.
Alright, so Míchael, what are you doing?
I'm gonna approach the symbol on the wall.
Okay. You approach the symbol on the wall. Are you, touching it to the symbol then, or what are you doing?
Well, when I first examined it, did there appear to be any, indentation or anywhere that you could set a key in? Or did it just kind of, look like a rune painted on a wall?
It's just the rune kind of painted / carved into the wall.
So carved it is indentated.
Yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna match the beveling with the edge of the key.
Okay. You touch the key to this symbol on the wall, and the cage rumbles, and the chains roll down, and the bars slide up once the cage touches the ground.
And hearing all this
Rhomash
commotion,
leaps out of the cage.
Seebo's gonna just instantly grab his daggers out and get prepared to fight.
Okay.
Those made a lot of noise. That made a lot of noise.
All right.
But listen,
Are you
I did
complaining?
it. I wrote in the book, and it saved the day. I'm a hero.
Wait, what are you talking
You're
about?
a hero.
I'm a hero.
You're a moron.
I believe I was heading upstairs.
I wrote the drow found the key.
Wait, didn't your book say that going upstairs was a big mistake?
Yes, but he didn't go upstairs.
Alone?
Wait, what?
In your
upstairs?
book, did it say alone?
No, it doesn't even say. All it says is Joshamee's companion makes a terrible mistake, missing the key on the workbench and instead heading to the stairs. The drow finds the key. I added that last part. You're welcome.
And what does it say now?
What does it say now?
You have saved only yourself.
The dwarf has taken credit for what the book has actually done. For what the drow has actually done.
Joshamee, at the inquiry of Seebo, looks down at the book to see what it now says. It says, the companions have been freed, and they ready themselves for the challenges ahead.
Oh, well that means absolutely nothing. Okay.
Well,
It means get ready.
It means this challenge is
Should I write down
No.
the dwarf teleports us out?
No.
It
Yes.
sounds like a good idea to me.
The dwarf instantly
The
is...
Rowan.
Yes, instantly, that's a good...
Rowan, or
Roland,
Roland, whatever his name
Roland.
is, teleports us out.
It was Roland, I remember, because I want him to teach me how to do that.
Fucking write it.
You should do... And then instantly Roland shows up and teleports us away.
Alright, Joshua starts saying, instantly...
You should write suddenly Roland appears. That'd be more on brand for the DM.
Suddenly.
He scratches out instantly. Suddenly, the dwarf... Well, hey, Roland. That's right, I remember that. He's my favorite. Appears and teleports us and himself away. To a good place. Period. The period's the period, not the word, guys. Don't worry.
Yes. Yeah. So, you think that's gonna work?
I don't know, I just wrote the sentence. Maybe it worked last time he found the key.
Or was it just the fact that Míchael was confident enough to find it?
You know what? Let's just see if the magic works, and if it doesn't, then we'll stop.
I mean,
writing the
yeah,
book.
if it doesn't work, then let's do what the book had said that I didn't write.
All right.
Ready themselves for a challenges ahead.
All right, DM, what happens?
You sit for a couple seconds, and nobody shows up.
All right, nothing's happening. Let's go.
This book is a lie.
Míchael, lead the way. Where's this staircase? I want to kill a fucking mind flayer.
Readies themselves. They do not readies themselves, not just go charges in.
Rhomash raises his shield, pulls out his quarterstaff, and is ready to go.
Ryder.
Míchael has 2 short swords already.
Ryder cocks his finger gun.
I guess Joshamee puts the book away and gets out his long sword and a short sword.
Well, it looks like we're all pretty ready.
To the stairs we go.
To the stairs we go.
And we go.
Okay. Are you all going up the stairs?
Si, senor.
As a team.
Let's get giggity go.
Okay. As you head up the stairs, you emerge into a small living area. So the area that the staircase comes up to is a living quarters. You can see that to one side is a larder. There's a hallway that leads to a study. And most importantly, at the other end of the living quarters, there is a bed on which rests either asleep or meditating, you cannot tell, a mind flayer.
Well, who wants to stab him?
Sneak attack. Sneak attack. No. Rhomash wants to sneak attack. Rhomash had his head cut open. Rhomash wants to cut the mind flayer's head open and eat its fucking brain.
That's not a good idea.
Listen, who knows what powers he'll
Okay,
achieve.
so what's going on?
Rhomash is going to...
Let him have this one. This time, if he dies, we just let him.
Actually, I'd like to do real quick. I'd like to cast Pass Without Trace on myself.
Okay.
That's an 8.
With an 8, it works as normal.
Hey! Okay, so a veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, which I'm choosing everyone, has a plus 10 bonus to stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means. A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage. I'm going to walk silently right up to the mind flayer. I'm going to take out my scimitar, carefully place it over. Is it lying down or sitting up?
It's lying down.
I'm going to place it on it over, gently place it over its forehead, and drive it down into its forehead.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
This is gonna end badly.
That's 23.
Maybe not.
Okay. Rhomash, you level your scimitar, and as you plunge it towards the Mind Flayer's head with an inhuman speed, suddenly the eyes flash open, and the Mind Flayer's head turns and locks eyes with Seebo. And he opens his mouth, and you hear, "Oh yeah, Seebo, I can totally get you out of there." And then the scimitar connects with his head, and he disappears.